instead. And finally, mushroom hunting season is picking up thanks to spring rains. The mushroom community can be a tight-knit group sharing information and debating best practices. There's one rule universally agreed upon, however. Do not eat something without absolute certainty what kind of mushroom you're about to eat. Newcomers to the hobby are encouraged to go with a well-versed friend, or even better, a trained guide. For KCHW 102.7, I'm Chuck Ritchie.
It's 7:27.
Programming made possible by donations from the following.
New Health. If you're ready to make a real difference in the lives of others, then you're invited to dive into a rewarding career at New Health. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. New Health offers medical, dental, behavioral health, and pharmacy services to meet the needs of our communities. They're searching for passionate individuals to join their diverse healthcare team. You can be a part of a supportive and collaborative team who share a passion for making a positive impact. More information on open positions and applications can be found at newhealth.org/careers. New Health, bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven-fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning, it's KCHW 102.7. Getting started on a Tuesday. You've got Scott and my beautiful sister Val live from Deer Park.
Good morning, good morning.
Wow. I am so stressed out already. I think I need more coffee.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've got so much stuff open on my computer this morning. It's like stressing me out. There's like too many windows. It's a little tough, and I did the same thing. One time, K.S. Brooks came in and watched us do a morning show. It was like early on. And one of the things I really enjoyed is she talked about how I could use a mouse in each hand. And I had a computer on both sides of me. And it's kind of the same here in Indiana. I got to run 2 computers at once. And it gets a little scary sometimes. It's like right before you start, that fear sets in. It's like, do I have all the buttons pushed to take over the radio in Chewelah?
And I thought your buttons were so easily pushed.
I got to get you your own rim shot for those jokes. All right. It's a nice morning here in Maine. A few clouds and stuff, but it's going to get ugly. Get this. So we've been hanging out around 65. We've had some, partly cloudy days, couple sunny days, but decent weather. Today, it jumps up to 84 with possible severe thunderstorms all in one day.
Isn't that special?
Yeah. And then 85 tomorrow with more severe thunderstorms. And then it mellows back out to the upper 70s into the 80s. But it's like for about 5 days, and then we go back to the 60s. It's crazy weather. We've got...
Sounds like what we've had, though. I mean, it's kind of been the same here. I mean, we had, 80-degree weather, and then I think the high tomorrow or Thursday is like 55. So
it seems like we run a week or two behind whatever is happening on the West Coast, and it's probably the way the clouds travel, or coincidence. But let's take a look at what's actually happening in Chihuahua today. Very, very cool. 64, mix of clouds and sun this morning, followed by increasing clouds and showers this afternoon. You need the rain, and that chance of rain up to 80%. 46% chance, 46 for an overnight low with periods of rain continuing and a 90% chance of rain tonight. So you guys are definitely getting soaked. You saying those temperatures are still too warm? 56 for Wednesday. 40 for an overnight low with more rain, and that's at 85%. Thunderstorms for Thursday with a high of 64. Afternoon showers for Friday with a high of 61. Morning showers for Saturday with a high of 60. And right now, Sunday, mostly cloudy. Looks like next week you'll warm back up to mid-70s, around 80 again. But you guys have a very rain-filled week, and you need it.
We definitely need it. Trying not to complain because we do need it.
You do need it.
But you get used to those, mid 70-degree weather, and it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely need the rain. We'll take it. And from the forecast I saw, it's about the only day that looks nice for those people who are out camping Memorial Day weekend would be Monday as they're ready to go home.
Isn't that the way it works?
It usually is.
Right. You might need to find something else to do if you're traditionally camping on Memorial Day weekend. You might not enjoy it as much. I'm someone who loves to camp in the rain.
So do you have like a tarp to keep you dry over as you're sitting around the fire? Or?
No, I usually do like a raincoat and a giant fedora, so the water just kind of runs down your back. I don't know. You find ways to get around it. You could, if you've got a little pop-up tent, that's always great. Maybe to put your grill under and that kind of stuff. But, I've even, our buddy Ron, checks in on the morning show once in a while. We've even done crazy stuff several times, winter camping, because we enjoy camping so much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
that's really liking camping.
Camping in the snow means you're die hard. And you could possibly die. All right.
Brad keeps wanting, I bought myself a really nice pop-up tent for doing my art shows, and Brad keeps wanting to take it camping, and I'm like, no, you're not taking my good pop-up when we go camping. We have an old one. Yes, it has holes in the canvas. I don't care because it's going to get another hole from sparks. So no, you're not taking my good pop-up camping.
Wow. Aren't you stingy with the stuff? Good job.
I am.
So stingy.
We have Ken and Carrie listening this morning. Good morning, guys. I'm not seeing comments come through, so I don't know if Ken's made them, and all I'm seeing is that they're there, but I'm not seeing comments. I don't know if you are or not.
Ken says, "Oh, how the earth turns."
Oh, okay. So I'm just not seeing his comments. I'm just seeing that he's
made
there,
a bunch of them already. He says, "Good morning, Val and Scott. Val, your cheese plate is awesome. Did you send Ken some cheese?"
No, I made. I'm pouring resin and stuff over like cheese platters. So when you have like a charcuterie board or just a cheese board. So yeah, I had posted that on Facebook. So that must have been what he looked at this morning.
So is it a real cheese platter you've poured resin over?
Yeah, I'm doing like with my pour paintings. So
okay.
I've poured over it and then it's resined, and so you can use it for a cheese board.
Okay. All right. I'm slightly confused. So this is an actual platter of cheese that you've sealed, or is it something else?
It's a board that you would take and serve cheese on it to your guests.
Okay. And you've resined it and made it look cool.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't resin cheese.
Well, if you had like you know how people did the fake apples in the bowl, which is just rude.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you did the same thing with like a cheese platter and then resined it, somebody can actually get a piece of cheese off the platter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Carrie says you can't even afford to go camping anymore.
Yeah, it does. I mean, this price they charge for RVs. Then a lot of the state parks around the country. I don't know if any of them that you frequent do it. You got to have a reservation because there's so many of us trying to get out there.
Yeah, like I think the Colville National Forest ones all require reservations now. I think a lot of them in the area do. So, yeah, and if you're not thinking in advance, you're kind of out of luck.
And then some people I've heard this, will go ahead and reserve sites. Like, I guess they're people with more money than me and Carrie. They'll reserve the campsite for most of the summer. And some weekends they won't even show up, but they pay to be sure that it's there if they do show up. That seems wrong.
Wow.
Yeah.
That does seem wrong because I have seen those where the reservation is on the little post and they don't show up the whole weekend.
Story is a lot of times they never show up.
Well, I guess they do have some money, but that's just rude.
It is to the rest of us that don't have all that money just to squander. All right.
This year we didn't even try going out camping for the weekend. Last year we went, and so we thought, oh, we'll get up at our regular campsite about Wednesday. That should be early enough in the week. And it was completely full. So, but what we were seeing was empty trailers. So people had come up and pulled their trailer in, and these aren't reservable sites. So they had come up, dumped their trailer off, and didn't actually come up camping till Friday. So they had taken over the whole campground.
Oh,
and they
that's
weren't
just
there.
as bad. That's just as bad. Wow.
So that was disheartening when you're, planning on camping for the week. I mean, if people had already been there, you'd be like, oh, well, I guess I just wasn't early enough. But when they'd set up tents and pop-ups and stuff like that and weren't there, it really makes you angry.
It makes you want to tow their trailer off.
It does.
I don't know. This spot was empty when I got here.
Yeah, steal their tent, something.
All right, real quick, kids for breakfast today: French toast, egg patty, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your choice of milk. So French toast for breakfast, and then for lunch, a cheese pizza, romaine salad, corn, fresh fruit, and again your choice of milk. That's what the kids get for breakfast and lunch. Also, I don't know if you were able to find that stuff I was talking about, but a quick look at the community calendar. Today, coffee social at the Senior Center. That's from 10 to noon. Chihuahua Library, story time for the kids, 10:30 to 11:30. On Wednesday, tech help at the library, 3 until 4. Adult pickleball at the golf course at 9 until 11:30. And it says in the evening, so all day you can go up there and play pickleball. Food bank on Thursday, 10 to 2. Senior citizens potluck and games, 10 to 3. And then looking at Friday, it's our big Chihuahua Farmers Market, 11 a.m. to 3:30. Now, of course, tomorrow you get Sharon Ludwig and Chuck Ritchie in here, and they cover the community events in detail. Let's see, looking at Saturday. Val.
Yeah, I have our Saturday's events.
Okay.
So on Saturday is Nostalgia Days car show that is in the Chihuahua City Park from 9 to 4.
Fun.
And yes, very fun. And then also it is the 22nd annual Chihuahua Quilt Show called Around the Block. And that is both Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, it goes from 10 to 5. On Sunday, from 11 to 3. And that is being held at Jenkins High School. If you are not familiar with Chihuahua, that's 702 East Lincoln Avenue.
All right. I did miss one here on Wednesday, monthly co-working at the Yale Press. That goes on between 11 and 2. And then I messed up Thursday. I gave the wrong Thursday information. It is not Senior Citizens Potluck and Games. It is the 3rd annual Student Showcase at the Chihuahua City Park from 4:30 to 6 o'clock. And let's see if I can get some more, if there's some more details hidden on this one. There is. This is a community event for everyone under the age of 100.
What, you're 101? You can't come?
This
Just
is
rude.
Yeah, this is a third annual student showcase at the park. They're going to have a barbecue, too, between 5 and 6. It does run between 4:30 and 6 p.m. Chewilla School District cordially invites all members of the community to view and interact with students as they show and demonstrate their learning experiences. This event and the food are free to the public who wish to join. All right. Superintendent, a welcome at 4:30, 4:35 middle school science engineering flight, 4:45 elementary fourth grade choir, and 5:15 the Guest Jenkins band is going to perform as well. So a lot of fun going on in the park. You can get out and support the kids. Something very cool. All right.
Very cool.
All right. And again, that is Thursday, 4:30 to 6 in the Chewilla City Park. Sorry to go backwards there, but I do it all the time.
Just keep up. It's fine.
All right. Trump trial. During the defense's cross-examination, Mr. Cohen admitted yesterday to stealing money from the Trump organization.
Well, turnabout is fair play.
The judge excused the jury to scold the new defense witness, Robert Costello, for making offhand remarks during his testimony. Let's see.
I feel like he pulled like an Abbott and Costello. It was this weird comedy show that nobody could keep up with.
The whole thing's kind of a comedy show.
Oh, it is. I'd use another word for it, but we are on public radio.
Oh, it's just sad that of all the cases, that's the one that made it first.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
All right. Caitlin Clark rolled her ankle in the second quarter of the Fever's game against the Sun, but was able to return to the third quarter despite her efforts. The Sun won 88-84. Oh, by the way, I'm into sports. An person moving on to other stories in Houston. An eighth person has passed away as a result of the area's severe weather. That weather now moving to the Midwest, where more tornadoes are expected, including winds up to 100 miles per hour. I think that's actually a hurricane, not a tornado.
I think so. At what point does it qualify?
Yeah.
Do you need the funnel cloud, maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
It's a funnel cloud.
International Criminal Court seeking arrest warrants for Israeli and Hamas leaders.
Good luck.
Let's solve war. Anybody that wants to make war, put them in jail.
I think that works.
I think that works. Yeah.
I think that works.
All right. Believe it or not, Target announced that it's lowering prices for around 5,000 everyday items in stores across the country, including milk, meat, diapers, pet food, and paper towels. A rumored discount, 1 penny. We said we'd lower them. We didn't say how much, losers.
Yeah. Way to go all out there, Target.
Yeah, we're just trying
I think they missed the mark.
Oh, they missed the target. I get it. Let's see. It's primary day in Kentucky and Oregon. New novel from Crazy Rich Asians author Kevin Kwan out today called Lies and Weddings. Had 3 of those. NBA playoffs. Pacers and the Celtics take the court at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. And the final season of The Voice airs at 9 p.m. You watch that, Val?
I do watch The Voice, yes.
All right.
I love the music competition shows like American Idol and The Voice. In fact, American Idol ended a couple of nights ago, and I still haven't got a chance to watch it. So I'm like, please, everybody, don't tell me who won American Idol. I'm waiting to finally watch it on
my
DVR.
TiVo.
Yeah, exactly. So
right.
don't spoil it for me.
Well, I'm going to spoil a little. Let's see. Big Shots going to perform on the show. Jelly Roll, Lainey Wilson, Kate Hudson, and more going to perform on the finale.
On the finale of Voice, yes.
Yeah, so a big one tonight.
I don't know. I just love the singing competition. So
All right.
I would definitely never win one, but I love to watch them. So.
Elvis, let's move on. More music news. Elvis's granddaughter fighting a Graceland foreclosure. I told you not to do the reverse mortgage on Graceland.
Come on, the royalties that he makes off his music should pay for everything forever.
Yeah. So here's the story. Elvis Presley's granddaughter suing to stop a foreclosure sale of the late singer's historic Memphis home, Graceland. It's scheduled for this week, alleging fraud and saying a purported company behind the sale doesn't exist and has no rights to the property. Danielle Riley Q, the granddaughter of Elvis and the current owner of the property, was able to get a restraining order against any sale before a court rules on her application for an injunction. This is all according to CNN. Q filed a lawsuit this month stating that last year, Nasani Investments and Private Lending presented documents purporting to show that Lisa Marie Presley had borrowed $3.8 million from Nasani Investments and gave a deed of trust encumbering Graceland as security. Lisa Marie Presley, Elvis's daughter and Keogh's mother, died in January of 2023. Presley was the sole heir to Graceland and her father's estate when he died in 1977, and its overall worth reportedly reaching into the hundreds of millions of dollars. And this company's trying to steal for $3 million. Well, almost $4
Wow. Wow.
She alleges
So she's claiming she never had a deal with them at all.
her
They're
mom
making it
never
all up.
had a deal with them at all.
Okay.
She says these documents are fraudulent. Lisa Marie Presley never borrowed money from Nassau Investments and never gave a deed of trust to Nassau. I guess it's Nasani Investments. The court document also identified a notary in Florida who said she never met Lisa Marie Presley nor notarized any document for her, despite her name being on the loan paperwork. So it does kind of, at first glance here, sound like fraud. So
Wow.
could you imagine stealing Graceland like that?
If it's true, if they're truly trying to sell it, how do you think you're getting it away with that?
It's true. Yeah. You
yeah.
never know. The wheels of, as we can see, the wheels of justice grind very, very, very slowly.
It's just amazing, all the scams on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, don't buy anything there. If you're buying something from a private individual, okay, but don't click on the ads on Facebook. None of them are real.
Yeah, but even Marketplace now, that it's supposed to be, the new Craigslist, there's so much fraud going on there. It's like, you'll see this, and anytime you see something where the price is too good to be true,
It's too good to be true.
then it's just too good to be true. There was one of them yesterday, and Brad's like, I can't believe that price. He goes, it's probably a scam. I said, well, just send him a message. You'll know almost immediately whether it's a scam. And it's usually, well, I posted this for a friend. If you're interested, email her. Well, as soon as I say that, it's a scam. And then the first thing they want to do when you email them is, well, I'll hold it for you if you Venmo me this amount of money.
Well, somebody could be selling something for a friend, so I wouldn't necessarily discount that. But what you just said there, where anytime they ask for a deposit, it's a scam.
Right, but as soon as they want to communicate outside of Facebook, it's a huge red flag.
That is true. Too. Yeah.
So we can continue to communicate through Facebook, but yeah, as soon as they want to do that. And once you've made the deal or whatever, and you're definitely coming to see it, then I'll give somebody my phone number so I can text them directions, or if they're having trouble finding, our place or whatever. Once it gets to that point where, we're coming to see the item. But up until then, and as soon as they want to communicate outside of Facebook, it's kind of a red flag.
There's an easier way, I think, to find out whether it's legit, or if some of these things have happened and you have a question. Before you make a purchase, look at their profile. If they've got 0 friends or 3 friends, or if it's a brand new account, it's a scam. It's real easy to tell. If you click on there and they've got, 500 friends and lots of posts, it's a real person. You can kind of tell by looking. But if you go to their profile and it looks wonky in any way, they don't have any friends, they don't have any posts, they just joined in 2024, skip it.
And I've even run across one where the account was hacked and they were using the hacked account to try and sell stuff. And it just happened to be a friend of a friend, and I got a hold of that person, and they're like, listen, I was friends with this person in high school, been only friends on Facebook with them for a while, but this sounds really funky, don't do it. And it ended up being a whole hacked account and everything, and they were trying to defraud a bunch of people. So wow. So just always be wary, especially if the price is too good to be true. Something's funky.
All right. This popped up out of Florida. Don't buy lottery tickets in Florida if you owe money to the government.
Ooh.
So Florida has started a thing. I know Indiana does this too. I used to sell homes and mobile homes in Indiana, and there's nothing worse than somebody buys their mobile home and usually you have like a power of attorney thing where you transfer all the paperwork and get the deed in their name. And when the deed comes out and you hear a second printer start, I'd always go, oh no, that meant the person owed back taxes of some kind or some kind of money to the state, and they would immediately seize the home they just bought.
Wow.
So when you were at the licensing office for the state and they started printing the title, you'd hear this other computer kick in and start printing too, and you knew you were getting. So you'd have to go back to that person and say, here's the title to your home and here's a lien from the state. So Florida's doing the same thing. If you owe any money to the state of Florida or have any judgments against you through a Florida court, and you win the lottery and you go to cash in their ticket, they take it right then.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild.
And then Tom Selleck shows up and sells you a reverse mortgage.
That's about what's going to have to happen at that point, right?
Yeah. All right.
Well, it was interesting because, I mean, along this line, when our mom passed, she had been getting, because she was living on a very meager Social Security, and so she had been getting assistance from the state as far as, it'd be like SNAP here where you get help with your electrical bill or things like that. And so she'd been getting those things. I think she got help with her rent. And as soon as her death certificate was filed, they seized her account.
Her bank account.
And there was her bank account. There was a measly $900 in it, but she still had outstanding bills. Just because you've passed doesn't mean you still don't need to pay your electrical. Somebody has to pay your electrical bill at the end of the month. And they seized her account.
Wow.
And so Sue had to jump through a million hoops and send all those bills into the county or the state and say, listen, you've taken our money. Here are these bills. You got to pay them, so.
Well, what do you care if mom gets bad credit? She's gone.
Well, that could be it. But Sue was a signer on her bank account.
Oh.
And so, then you get into all that area. So they're going to come after Sue at some point. But yeah, it was kind of a nightmare.
All right.
But how fast they knew. I mean, I swear it was the next day they seized all the money in her account.
Wow. They got quite the computer program for that, huh? Oh, this one popped up as passed. Go take all their money.
Go take all their money. So I guess, as the funeral home is taking the body, you go to the bank. I don't know.
They've gotten really greedy with that kind of stuff. Now I get it because she did get assistance from the state, and they'd like to have that money back. So I kind of understand it, but the way that it all happens is kind of creepy. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, more creepy things. Scientists have been testing the testicles of men and dogs.
Like, they're still attached, or
yes. I'm not quite sure. I didn't dig that deep into it. Okay.
Like after they're dead, or while they're still alive and attached.
All right. Scientists have discovered what could be a link to the decades-long decline in sperm counts in males around the world. And they found out what is more than likely causing it. Microplastics.
Really?
They have found them. So they tested a group of dogs and a group of men, and they found it in all subjects.
Wow.
Yes. Wow.
So before long, it's going to be like one of those, shows that
you're just going to give birth to a plastic doll.
That could be. But remember, I mean, the shows that you've seen, the science fiction shows that have basically said that, the population dwindles because of infertility problems.
And they say we're having an
an
infertility problem in men. So there you go.
Wow. There you go.
They've been saying that for a while, that fertility has been decreasing in men. And every single person had and dog had microplastics in them. So
Wow.
scary, guys. Yeah. Scary.
We're just all turning plastic.
All right. And then scientists are saying Earth's magnetic field keeps on changing. It's changed in ways they've never seen it before, and they're trying to figure out what is going on. Just as scary.
Yeah, what is going on with our planet? I think it's just, I've said it before, I think it's just tired of us and it's just going to shake us all off, start over.
It's trying.
Yeah. It's really trying to just like, okay, fall off, you guys. I'm done with you.
Uh-huh. And then the sun's shooting all this stuff at us. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Well, and and whether this is just science fiction or what, but there's people that claim that our poles have completely shifted before.
Yes.
In the course of the history of the Earth.
Scientists
the
will say
poles
that
have
too.
completely shifted. Yeah. And so you're just wondering if we're in for something like that. So.
A new AI robot called Mama Bear just invented a new material. He was working on creating energy-absorbing structures and created a new material and a structure for that material that absorbs 75% of the energy that it's hit with.
Oh, so it'd be like self-heating and producing its own electricity and everything?
Yeah. I knew robots were going to be better than us.
Well, we've always known that. It's just that double-edged sword, right?
They don't have that plastic problem.
Because
They don't even have any.
part of them, I was going to say, well, part of, if you get the robots, why can't we just take all the plastic and make the robot body?
All right, let's do a quick shout out before I do the last couple stories. Leanne checked in and said, thanks for the weekly events. You're welcome, Leanne. Thank you for appreciating that. All right, and I think, that's the end of news. All right. Moving into our bits and breaks for today. Val's going to kick things off with a quick joke.
Yeah, there was a guy telling his friend that he and his wife had had a serious argument the night before. He said, but it ended when she came crawling to me on her hands and knees. His friend says, well, what did she say? The husband replied, she said, come out from under the bed, you coward.
I was going to say by halfway through, that ain't true. That ain't never happening. That's not going to happen. Have you ever seen that happen? I've never seen that happen. I'm so sorry, honey. All right.
The one thing about the joke, though, is she would have left him under there.
Coward. That's horrible.
Just stay under there, you coward.
All right. I've moved into, I'm so excited, 21st. I think it's either tonight or tomorrow night. You can watch Dune for free on HBO Max. I've been waiting for Dune 2 to watch it. I was going to do the, rent it online, but it's $20, $29. So I'm excited
Crazy.
to watch Dune. Yeah.
All right.
So today, the 21st, that means we've moved into Gemini. So it is officially Scott's birthday month.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Now, here's some things about Geminis, and I don't agree with some of them. It says that your colors are light green and yellow. Nope.
No, thank you.
If those were my colors, I'd have it on a car. All right. Your best day is Wednesday. I was going to say no, but now I'm thinking
work on Wednesday.
That's a pretty good day.
Yeah.
It's that middle day.
You don't have to work on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it's the other one, the camel one.
Yeah. Your lucky numbers are 5, 7, 14, and 23. I'm off to the casino. Thank you. Actually,
Sounds
those
like
are some of my
numbers to me.
Yeah, it sounds like some of my favorite numbers too. So I'll take that one. It says my strengths. We'll see if you agree with this. My strengths, Val: a gentle, affectionate, curious, adaptable, ability to learn quickly and exchange ideas.
I would agree with that.
You would?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were
Yeah,
going to.
I would. I would.
Was your chance to insult me?
You thought, yeah, that's what you were waiting for.
Yeah.
But I see many of those. I think the one thing that with Gemini is on the negative is sometimes you feel like you're dealing with two different people.
It does say we're inconsistent and indecisive and kind of nervous.
Which twin are you getting of the Geminis
That's
today?
right. That's right. I used to have two names. So I really felt
You
like
did.
I'd hit my stride as a Gemini. I literally, because of a job, had to go by two names. All right, because they didn't want
Your real name and then your
and then a
fake
radio
for
name.
the-
Yeah. And then I actually at one point used my real name on one station and my fake name on another.
Oh,
Yeah.
that worked out.
It's pretty good. And I was on my third date with a gal when she realized it wasn't my real name. She called me Steve, and I was like, what? Oh, she thinks I have my other name. This could work out. I'm going to let this ride for a couple more days.
I thought it was when you went to sign the marriage certificate. She realized.
Your name's not Steve? All right. Let's see. Can anyone confirm this? I learned this on the internet last night, but is it true? Pharaohs were mummified with their hands crossed. You know, we always see that, right?
Right.
Even on the tomb. Over their chests because ancient Egyptians believed there would be countless water slides in the afterlife. Is this true?
Kind of seems fake to me, Scott.
It does seem a little fake to me, too.
Yeah, but on that vein, there's people that believe like outrageous things because they saw it on the internet.
Ooh. Countless water slides in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Huh, I'm ready. If that's true, I'm ready now. All right, here comes 4 things you didn't know yesterday with Val.
Who dares enter the sacred and awesome presence of the everlasting know-it-all?
It's my sister.
That's me. The 3 most common food dyes in America, red number 40, yellow number 5, and yellow number 6, come with a warning label in Europe,
But not here.
but not here. Our ability to taste sweet and salty flavors drops by around 20% while flying.
I don't believe that for a minute because airline food's always gross.
The peanuts seem less salty, Scott.
Oh, excuse me. Learn something new every day.
In 2008, residents in an apartment complex in Croatia discovered a neighbor's body in her bed a mere 35 years after she died.
Nobody checked on her in 35 years?
Yeah, did she have her apartment like paid for or something?
Yes.
Nobody looked for rent or anything?
You don't have any friends? Huh. Okay.
No, she had to be mummified by that point too.
That's the
What
way
if
I
she
feel
had her
sometimes.
arms crossed over her chest.
If I didn't show up or if I didn't make it, no one would even check on me. Wow.
And finally, the last thing that you may not have known yesterday, a monkey was once tried and convicted for smoking a cigarette in South Bend, Indiana.
Wow. Wow. They need
Didn't
to
you
change
live in
it.
Indiana, Scott?
I did, right next to South Bend. And it was me. Yeah. All right. Some things you didn't know about coffee as Val takes a swig of hers. Caffeine can kill you, Val. Do you know that? Caffeine can kill you. Yes. It's okay, though. You'd have to drink 100 cups quickly.
Oh, I'm safe then.
I'm going to test that as a fundraiser.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Caffeine might cut pain. Moderate doses of caffeine, the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee, can cut post-gym muscle pain. But the research was done on people who were not regular coffee drinkers, so it's kind of iffy.
Okay.
All right. Not supposed to drink it 6 hours before bed. All right. Some people can, though.
Yeah, I mean, I have to drink a lot of caffeine before bed before I ever notice it. Because I can drink, caffeinated soda in the evening and it never bothers me.
Did you know if you need antioxidants in your life, those things that help you stay healthy, there are more antioxidants in coffee than from fruits and veggies combined.
Wow.
So if you took a servings of fruit and a serving of veggies, you're going to get more antioxidants from a cup of coffee. Wow.
That's crazy.
It says, so for people who eat a Western diet, coffee might be the healthiest option you have in your life, especially if you're doing corn syrup. Which they
I wonder
put in
if
everything.
it counts if you add half of it's half and half.
Oh, Yeah. What boggles my mind is, I guess, that we are so unhealthy in the United States due to our diet, and we're like one of the only countries left that hasn't made corn syrup illegal to put in food.
High fructose corn syrup.
And they're always out there. Americans are obese and diet and all this and eat healthy and do this, but they just keep putting corn syrup in everything.
I wonder if it's factored in how much processed food we eat here in America as well. I think a lot of other countries eat way more fresh fruits and fresh veggies and fresh meat.
They don't have the junk choices in their stores even when you go into another country.
Right. So, yeah. And of course, a lot of those processed foods have high fructose corn syrup in them. So, yeah.
All right. If you like decaffeinated coffee, drink 5 to 10 cups and you'll get a normal cup of coffee. Let's see. It says caffeine is not the main bitter compound in coffee. Rather, it's the pungent perpetrators are the smell stuff that makes it smell is the antioxidant.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Coffee was discovered by goats.
A good goat.
Yeah, a herd of goats kept a shepherd up all night after feasting on red coffee berries, and then he decided to try them. All right. Coffee can improve your physical performance. It stimulates the nervous system. Hold on, honey.
Well, I like the signaling fat cells to break down body fat. I wonder how much coffee I have to drink to get that effect.
Yeah, helps you diet, helps you live longer. And there you go. Yay, coffee.
Well, the one that you kind of skipped over that has me a little worried, though. So a while back, I was having some heart palpitations, and so my doctor told me I needed to switch to decaf. Now, I didn't drink that much coffee. I mean, the equivalent of a couple cups a day. But I did. Oops, my cat just bumped my
I saw that. It looked like an oven mitt, and I see 2 ears.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's a tail.
That's a tail. So he told me to switch to decaf. And I did, following doctor's orders, but it just said how they process it and get decaf. Oh my gosh. It says that the beans are steamed, if I can see around my cat butt, so that dissolved caffeine rises to the surface where it is washed off using an organic solvent called methylene chloride.
Ew. It's organic, though.
Yeah, just because it's organic doesn't mean it's good for you. I'm going to have to rethink the decaf, I think.
I think your cat's messing with you because I was watching online and I could see the back of her head. And as you try to look around her, she's going back and forth like a football player to each side, trying to block your view.
Isn't that what cats normally do? Whether you're trying to watch TV or look at your computer screen or whatever, they're like in your face both ways. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Phrases to boost your social savvy with Val. Are these tips, Val?
These are tips.
Okay, you're going to help me.
So these are the ways that you react around other people to kind of boost your social appeal.
Okay, I need this.
Savvy. Yeah. To solve an issue quickly, be soft on the person and hard on the problem. Okay.
Okay.
Pretend everyone was sent to teach you something.
It's going to be tough for Val. She knows everything. Kidding.
I often look at my relationships like that. What were they sent to teach me?
Okay.
What am I supposed to learn from this relationship?
Oh, is that when it goes south or?
Sometimes it's whether they're teaching you patience or
pushing your buttons. Yeah.
Pushing your buttons.
Wow.
Make people feel important with the SHR method. Seen, heard, remembered.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Favorite person sound is their name, so remember it.
Is it really?
I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it's just telling you to make sure you try to remember somebody's name.
I know when I frequent a store where but I don't go that often. But when I walk through the door, they always know my name. Freaks me out.
Yeah. And I try to look at somebody's name tag if I'm somewhere. And, even if it's just your checker to check stand, and then I always say thank you, Linda, or whatever whatever their name tag says. So I try to do that a lot.
I think it's a personal acknowledgement, and that's why people appreciate it.
Yeah, I think so. It's I think it's hard in social situations. I try to remember somebody's name when I hear it, but I don't know, in that first introduction you don't always remember it. But I kind of try to make just try to make it important to remember their name, but it doesn't always work. So
That's a tough one.
yeah. Unspoken expectations are premeditated resentments.
Ooh, that's kind of deep, Val.
It is. It is. So if you don't tell somebody what you're expecting, you can't resent them later for not giving it to you.
Okay.
I think that's huge for marriages.
Yeah.
Don't you think? I mean, that would be a huge one for marriages. So.
Yeah, big one.
Yeah. The best networking strategy is to help others first.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. Sometimes they don't help you in return. That's a hard one. Loneliness is a silent pandemic. Assume people want to meet you.
Ooh. You know, you're saying that to help others first, and then what if they don't help you back? Well, that goes all the way back to unspoken expectations or premeditated resentments.
There you go.
I'm going to help you, but you better help me back.
That's right.
Comes with
I'm
condition.
expecting a little quid pro quo. Build the habit of responding with yes and, because it advances their idea.
Oh.
So yes and blah, 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 not yes, but.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then just to say, I don't know anything about that yet is really a good answer.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
All right. Back to back, Scott and Val, what we thought about in the shower this morning. And it almost sounds wrong. They were separate places, okay? God, you guys are horrible. All right. First thing I thought about in the shower this morning is the only time the word incorrectly is spelled correctly is when it's spelled incorrectly.
Wow.
Wrap
that
your
hurts
leg.
my brain.
Yeah. Wrap your brain around that one. People say break a leg to actors for good luck, but no one says break a finger to musicians. Try it the next time. Yeah, I got a gig tonight. I'm going out to play at the bar. Oh, break a finger.
I want to know how that started, though. How did the break a leg, to actors for good luck start?
Yeah, I don't know. We call it falling asleep, even though we're usually lying down.
Sometimes you fall into that bed pretty hard.
Your age is just the number of times you've orbited the sun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. A pizza that is missing one slice becomes a Pac-Man. Ooh.
Wicka.
Yeah. And all mirrors are technically used when you buy them, so don't pay too much, okay? This mirror is used.
I have to tell you a funny story about falling asleep. So, Charlie will not sleep in the house at night. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he feels like he needs to be patrolling the property or what. But, I mean, it doesn't. We try to keep him in to sleep, in our bedroom, but he just won't do it. As soon as we're heading to bed, he wants outside.
And you should preface this that Charlie's a dog.
Charlie is a dog. Sorry, Charlie is our special dog.
Okay.
And so the other night, he doesn't head for the door when we're going to bed. We'd been out all day, hadn't been home long, and so he heads down to the bedroom with us. So I'm like, okay, he's decided he's sleeping in the house at night. So we go to bed, and I'd help my son put flooring in his house. And so I'd been busy all day. I was pretty tired. So Charlie always sleeps on Brad's side of the bed if he's in the house. And so we go to bed. And in the morning I get up and I'm like, so when did Charlie ask to go outside last night? And Brad's like 4 minutes after we laid down, did you not feel me get out of bed to let him outside? And I'm like, oh my gosh, I must have literally fallen asleep when my head hit the pillow because
Wow.
I had no idea he got out of bed to let the dog out.
All right, Val, it's your turn. What did you think about in the shower this morning?
Oh, well, the first one is the same one you said.
No.
So we were on the same page. Yes, every mirror you buy is in used condition. we had the same thought.
Mine are usually cracked, though.
I can't see myself in them.
Ah.
50% of 60 is 60% of 50.
Don't do math on this show.
I'll give you another one then.
Okay.
Thousands of tens and tens of thousands may be the same, but the former makes you sound weird.
You're hurting my brain.
Don't say thousands of tens.
Tens of thousands. Okay.
Here's another one for you that I thought about in the shower this morning, is most humans who have ever existed never experienced the simple joy of a warm shower.
Ha ha, losers.
See, it is great to be alive right now.
It is because we have hot water. But that's it.
You never skip the same stone twice.
Ooh. That's true.
Unless you wade in the water and try to find it.
Okay.
That's what you do to your dog. Go find that stick when a million sticks. And finally, my last thought in the shower this morning was, as soon as humans got into space, they started littering it.
It's true. That's the most true thing you're going to say all day.
It is.
It's true.
Sad,
Horribly
sad,
true.
but true.
And who's the biggest polluter in space? Elon Musk. It's true. It's
Yes,
true.
sir.
It's true. Observatories across the planet hate him. Hate him.
Oh, we can't even see the stars anymore. Or the planets.
He's ruining it.
Wow.
Not only with his dumb little internet satellites, it's all the rockets that he keeps accidentally exploding.
Oh, wow.
He's doubled up. Not only has he littered space with these little internet satellites, now his rockets keep exploding, and tons of shrapnel in space. Due to Elon
That's
Musk.
crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Huh. So, yeah. I mean, I never thought of that when you think about space debris, is that scientists can't see what they want to see anymore.
It's true. All right, just a couple trivia
And
questions.
The whole...
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the whole StarNet thing. It's cat. It's so expensive that I don't know. I mean, I guess if it's your only option for internet, but Lordy, he wants a lot for those.
Yeah.
For that service.
$500 just to get started, and then $100 and something a month. It's
Yeah, like $120 a month. Wow.
You must really live out there if you want to pay for that. It seems like a really bad idea all the way around since its conception, and I think it's proving to be so. We already had satellite internet, didn't work too well. Really, really slow.
So,
All right, speaking of slow, I am, and that's why I asked the trivia questions.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
And today it's my sister Val.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
All right, Val, a few questions from our fun and games department. First trivia question. In 1980, Joe Bowen traveled 3,008 miles across big parts of the U.S. to raise money for charity. How did he travel? This is 1980. Joe Bowen, 3,008 miles across big parts of the U.S. to raise money for charity. It was rather slow going. How did he travel?
Okay. So his other name wasn't Forrest Gump, right?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna say roller skates.
You are so close. He did have something on his feet, but they were not roller skates.
Oh. He had something.
What else could you put on your feet and travel with besides roller skates? You'd have to attach it to your feet.
You'd have to attach it to your feet. And what could you do on all sorts of terrain? How about snowshoes?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I'm going to give then.
Stilts.
Wow.
He walked basically coast to coast on stilts.
On stilts. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. I wouldn't have come up with that one, so I'm glad I tapped out.
The average guy does this the most at age 30.
Drink.
Yes, he boozes it up the most when he's 30 years old. This is the heaviest boozing year, 30.
It's because you've got kids in the house, stressful job.
Wife. Not that wives stress you out, but they do.
Goes both ways.
All right, Val, this is a tough one. It's National Wait Staff Day. Okay?
Okay.
You're my waiter. Waitress. Does it matter?
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give you my order, and you have to try to repeat as much of it back as you can when I'm done. Okay. Have you ever waited tables, Val?
I have never waited tables.
Oh, you're going to be horrible at this then. I've waited tables, and I'm horrible at it. All right. So you got to repeat as much of my order as you can. I'm going to order 9 items. If you can name at least 6 of the things I ordered, you win. All right.
Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. I'd like to order a glass of red wine. My spouse will have a gin and tonic. We'd like to start with an appetizer. How about some stuffed mushrooms? For dinner, I'll have the roasted chicken with red potatoes and brown rice. My wife will have the fettuccine alfredo with a side of garlic bread. In fact, I'll have some garlic bread too. And for dessert, we'll both be drinking coffee and plan to try your triple layer chocolate cake.
Okay.
Can you give me at least 6 of those back?
Red wine for him, gin and tonic for his wife, stuffed mushrooms as an appetizer. He wanted something with red roasted potatoes, but I can't remember what it was. It was a chicken. She wanted fettuccine and garlic bread. He came back and said he wanted garlic bread as well. For dessert, they were going to have coffee and triple layer cake.
What kind of triple layer cake?
Did I say chocolate? Triple
No,
layer?
you gotta know though.
Triple chocolate.
Wow,
triple
you
chocolate.
are an amazing waitress. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Let's do that again.
Because now I'm hungry. All right. Good job, Val. That was amazing. We're going to go
I did pretty good. I surprised myself.
Yeah. Yeah, we ran a little long because we started a little late, but we are going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to have celebrity birthdays, goofy holidays for today, and we'll wrap it all up with some really funny, odd news stories. But you do have to stay right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. We are KCHW 102.7, back in about 6 minutes. Hang in there.
It's 8:25.
Programming on KCHW is made possible in part by listeners like you and by
Country Chevrolet. Country Chevrolet, located at 880 South Main Street in Colville, is a full-service Chevrolet dealership, offering a wide range of new and pre-owned vehicles with at-home mobile test drive service available. In addition, Country Chevrolet also offers maintenance and service, vehicle rentals, and full auto detailing. More information is available at countrychevy.com or by calling 509-684-8400. KCHW would like to thank Country Chevrolet for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChihuahuaFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
The Public News Service NOAA newscast, May the 21st, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Defense witness Robert Costello, a lawyer who advised Michael Cohen, is expected to resume his testimony today in the Trump New York criminal hush money trial. That from CNN. They report the defense doesn't expect to call any more witnesses after Costello, suggesting that the former president will not testify in his defense. CNN notes it was a dramatic day in court as the judge, Juan Merchan, briefly cleared the courtroom after a heated exchange with Costello over his behavior on the stand. The defense also called for a dismissal of charges. Next to Oregon, a state poised to distribute funds for early childhood learning and literacy. More from Eric Tegedoff.
In 2023, lawmakers passed the Early Literacy Success Initiative, in part because only about half of the state's students were proficient in reading through third grade. School districts have since applied for grants with the Oregon Department of Education, and funds are expected soon. Dr. Marina Merrill with the Children's Institute says the investments are exciting because brains develop faster in a person's first 8 years of life than at any other point.
Those years are just so critical, especially that 90% of a child's brain is developed by the age of 5. Yet, most of our investments in young children start at age 5.
Grant applications from more than 200 districts and charter schools have focused on building a capacity for early literacy through professional development and coaching. The Children's Institute is holding a webinar tomorrow about the state's investments in evidence-based early learning practices.
And in Indiana, rural Noble County is expanding a shared cost childcare program to more Northeast Indiana families.
The TriShare program distributes expenses among parents, employers, and county government. Its goal is to assist working parents, increase affordability, and boost community well-being and economic stability. Jenna Anderson with Noble County Early Childhood Coalition says the popularity of the program is starting to catch on.
We actually are planning to expand this program regionally. We recently received some funding from the Strategic Development Commission in Northeast Indiana, and that funding is specifically to expand the TriShare program regionally. So it's only going to get better from here.
Anderson notes some employers are developing their own solutions after losing staff due to child care issues. While the program doesn't solve the larger capacity problem, it helps with immediate affordability and staff retention. This story was produced with original reporting from Victoria Leam for Working Nation. I'm Joe Ullery reporting.
The TriShare program assists working parents, particularly single and dual income households. This is Public News Service. As Congress prepares to start work on a new farm bill this week, hunters and anglers say billions of dollars in investments in private lands conservation are at stake.
Farm bill expired last year but was given a one-year extension until this September 30th. It's an omnibus multi-year law that governs agricultural and food programs, including habitat conservation. Mark Kenyon, an avid hunter and angler, says the outcome of the bill is crucial for access to lands and waterways in Illinois and other Midwestern states.
Historically, Michigan, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, these states had prairie, these states had oak savannas, a lot of open ground, the kind of habitat that supports a lot of wildlife, and most of that has disappeared, transformed by agriculture.
The last 5-year farm bill was approved in 2018, but a renewal effort stalled in Congress last year. The House Agriculture Committee is scheduled to begin marking up the bill later this week. Mark Richardson reporting.
And for folks in Pennsylvania on the hunt for employment opportunities, the Keystone State offers a favorable landscape. More from Danielle Smith.
The state's jobless rate stayed at a record low of 3.4% in April, better than the national rate of 3.9%. Mesa Martaza with Keystone Research says this positive trend has been ongoing for months, with the rate hovering between 3.2 and 3.4% over the past year. He adds the job market is recovering from COVID years and workers are starting to gain a bit more power in the labor market.
A low unemployment rate that persists like that gives workers more leverage in the job market individually and together as well, creating more buying power. We've also seen, in conjunction with the low persistent unemployment rate, last 12 months, real wages have started to go up.
Martaza adds that inflation has started to come back under control and the persistence of the effect is helping the labor market recover.
Finally, from Nadia Ramlagan, as West Virginia leads a group of states in a lawsuit against the EPA's new emissions rules for power plants, a recent analysis highlights the voting records of these states' political leaders when it comes to environmental issues.
Jim Coatson with the West Virginia chapter of Sierra Club says the group's legislative scorecard shows 9 state lawmakers consistently voted against environmental protection, with one even voting against their own leadership to take anti-environment stances. But he adds a surprising number of lawmakers have a strong track record for environmental protection.
We were able to identify 10 legislators that had voted pro-environment at least 80% of the time.
This is Mike Clifford for Public News Service, member and listener supported. Here's some radio stations big and small, your favorite podcast platform. Find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
And we're back. It's KCHW 102.7. Thanks for being with us on a Tuesday. You've got Scott and his sister Val. I'm in Maine. She's in Deer Park. And we're trying to make you smile in Chihuahua.
That's right. Coast to coast.
Coast to coast. Live. All right. Moving along this morning, we do have some celebrity birthdays. And Val, would you mind rolling those out for everybody today?
I can. Al Franken is 73 today. Mr. T, wow, is 72. Wow. Wow, blowing my mind right here.
Oh, getting old, Val.
I know it. Judge Reinhold, who has been in lots of films from the Beverly Hills Cops series and the Santa Claus films, he is 67 today. Lisa Edelstein was also in a lot of stuff, from Girlfriend's Guide to Divorce and more, is 58. Comedian Noel Fielding, who does the Great British Bake Off, is 51. And finally, Sarah Ramos from Parenthood and American Dreams is 33.
A little bit of history for this Tuesday. Starting off in 1819, first bicycles imported from England appeared on the streets of New York City. Within a month, the city banned the newfangled machines as being hazardous to public safety.
Them newfangled machines.
Yeah, running over by everybody's feet. All right. Banned bicycles. Like they were more dangerous than horses.
Evidently.
All right. On May 21st in 1881, the American Red Cross was established by Clara Barton. 1927, Charles Lindbergh touched down at Le Bourget Field in Paris, completing the world's first solo nonstop flight across the Atlantic. Then in 1932, not so lucky, Amelia Earhart, because of bad weather, landed in a pasture in Derry, Northern Ireland, becoming the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean, trying to show up Charles. I wonder if they ever met.
I wonder.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 5 years apart.
Yeah. 1945, screen legend Humphrey Bogart married actress Lauren Bacall. 1956, United States exploded the first airborne hydrogen bomb over Bikini Atoll in the Pacific. Sounds like a nice place to visit, but not anymore.
Not anymore.
Where are you going? To Bikini Atoll. I heard the girls glow in the dark.
That's so bad.
That's so bad. Fullerton, California, 1998. Man finally paid off his 1958 divorce with a check for $180 to his attorney. 70-year-old client said he always intended to pay the bill, but with 6 kids and health problems, it took him 40 years to catch up.
Wow.
Sounds like my life. All right, let's see. 1999, Susan Lucci, star of the ABC soap opera All My Children, won her first Daytime Emmy Award for Best Actress in the 19th straight year she was nominated.
Do you remember? I mean, it became a big deal for a while that she was being nominated and not winning year after year after year.
Wow. All right, 2013, Microsoft announced the release of Xbox One, and look where it is now. Wow, in just a decade. All right.
Yeah.
2017, Barnum and Bailey Circus performed for the last time in New York City. And in 2019, Washington became the first U.S. state to legalize human composting. It's still a thing.
Isn't that special? Isn't that special?
Yeah, you should be aware, though. You know, your neighbor should have to notify you if they're doing human composting.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah. Huh. Where's my dog? Oh, sorry. For special events, we turn to Val.
Today is American Red Cross Founders Day.
All right.
It is also Dinosaur Day. Ooh, I need a patch for that, which came with scouting.
Okay.
International Tea Day.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Memo Day. Strawberries and Cream Day. Now that sounds good.
It does.
Waiters and Waitresses Day, which you talked about earlier.
And Val just proved that she would be the world's most excellent waitress. You remembered all 9 items on my order without a pen or a cheat sheet.
That's right.
That's pretty good.
I shocked myself.
Yeah.
And today, last but not least, it is World Day for Cultural Diversity for Dialogue and Development.
Easy for you to say. Number of the day. Number of the day, it's because I take the simple ones, is 115. It's the days in the U.S. dedicated to celebrating members of the military and their family members.
Oh, cool.
Let's see, moving along this morning, news and nuggets. Cooper's Hill cheese rolling and wake is coming next Monday at Hooper's Hill near Gloucester, England. This extreme sport participants race down a 200-yard-long hill chasing a wheel of double Gloucester cheese. The event has a long tradition held by the people of the local village of Brockworth, but now people from all over the world are taking part in it. There have been winners from all the world, including Canada, Belgium, Egypt, Australia, New Zealand, and even the United States. From the top of the hill, Val, a 7 to 9 pound round of double Gloucester cheese is sent rolling down the hill. Competitors then start racing down the hill after the giant wheel of cheese. First person over the finish line at the bottom of the hill wins the giant cheese. Really? While competitors try and catch the cheese, it has around a 1 second head start and can reach speeds up to 70 miles per hour.
Wow.
You get killed by a giant wheel of cheese.
No kidding.
Multiple races are held during the day with separate events for men and women. Ooh. In 2013, a foam replica replaced the cheese for safety reasons. Winners, though, were given actual prizes of cheese. Feels cheesy, Val.
Oh, that is such a cheesy story.
Somebody must have got hurt by the giant wheel of cheese, but
Must have.
Yeah.
Not by running down the hill.
Death by cheese. All right, Val, roll one out.
All right. Because I am not this, I've got to talk about this story.
Okay.
Can you recognize the face of everyone you've ever met? Psychologists at Harvard University discovered a group of people called super recognizers who can easily recognize someone they met in passing even many years later. While it was known around 2% of people suffered from face blindness, it was not thought the same existed at the other end of the spectrum. One woman even told the doc she had been able to recognize a waitress who had served her once over 5 years ago.
Get out.
Get out.
Get out. Wow.
I remember names, but I cannot put that name to the person's face. So Brad will be talking about, hey, what's Linda's husband's name? And I might have only heard him talk about Linda and this person because he used to work with him. And I'd be like, oh, Bud. And so I can do that. That's my superpower. But those two people could walk up to me, or even people I've met before, and I have no idea who they are.
Huh.
And so I don't know. It's not complete face blindness, but I know names and not faces. So we ran into people recently that we used to live next door to, and they're talking to us, and I'm like, who are these people? And until Brad came up and said hi and said their names, I was like, oh, now I know who they are, but I no recollection. I could have walked right by him and not known who.
So
they
you were
were
talking to him, just pretending you knew him until Brad saved you.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yes. Yes.
Doesn't that feel awkward?
Yeah, because he called me by name. Hey, Val. And I'm like, oh, so good to see you. How have you been?
So
and I'm like, I don't know who I'm talking to.
Wow. That's kind of uncomfortable.
It is really uncomfortable, and especially when you say to somebody like, nice to meet you, and they're like, well, we've met twice before. And you're like, oh, now I feel really awkward.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Just testing you.
Yes.
All right. Next one, classic and often maligned Microsoft Paint stepping up its game with a new feature called Co-Creator, an image generator tool that uses AI to bring text prompts and doodles to life. The tool was showcased at a recent corporate event where Microsoft demonstrated how Co-Creator seamlessly blends your own drawings with text prompts to create unique and personalized images. One standout feature of Co-Creator is the creative slider, which allows users to control the level of AI involvement in the image creation process by combining text prompts with original brushstrokes. Co-Creator enables faster edits and offers a more precise rendering. I want to try it.
Yeah, and can you imagine? Can you remember though that Paint used to be the like lamest photo editing program ever? I mean, what could you do with Paint? Pretty much nothing.
You know what I've always used it for, and it's actually my go-to still to this day. If you need to quickly crop, change the resolution, or resize a photo, it's the fastest option. It really is. There's no load time, yeah, I still use it today. I love Paint. So I don't get it, but then I'm kind of lame. So
there you go.
Apparently. Wow.
That explains it.
Yeah, look, she agreed with me again. Huh. All right. All right, couple more, Val, then we'll head for odd news.
How about how to make someone admire your conversation skills?
Okay.
Here's a surprising tip for making people admire them. Count the number of times a person blinks. Researchers show that people will be more receptive to what you have to say if they feel like you're riveted to every word they say. One of the easiest ways to signal that you're paying attention is to make eye contact. So start counting blinks. It'll force you to maintain extreme eye contact.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not doing that.
Let's see. How many times have you blinked so far today?
It's creepy. Dramatic rescue took place on the coast of Sonoma County, California, when a man drove his car off a 200-foot cliff. Emergency responders were quickly alerted by the car itself, which automatically sent out a distress signal upon crashing just north of San Francisco. Those cars, they're always taking care of us. Helicopter was called in. Rescuers descended by rope into the rugged terrain. They eventually located the driver about 350 feet below the crashed car. Man was airlifted to a local trauma hospital and is expected to survive. All right. It's quite the fall. It doesn't say whether he did it off purpose or if that was an accidental or a GPS turn.
It could have been GPS. Google Maps got me again.
All right. Val's counting her pennies, and she's here with a story about it.
All right, a Virginia man struck gold with a penny he found in a parking lot, using the coin to scratch off a $10,000 a month lottery ticket. Jim Cloherty uncovered the top prize, which he says took nearly a week to sink in. Opting for a lump sum payment, Cloherty received just over $1 million before taxes.
Now, $10,000 a month, is that for life?
I think it was supposed to be for life. Using it doesn't say, I guess.
Wow, that'd be a great lottery ticket to win. I could do that. I don't even think I'd want to take the payout.
You wouldn't what?
I don't think I'd want the payout.
I don't think I would either, unless, I mean, you'd have to figure it out how many months you think you have to live yet.
The problem
are you 70 and so you know over the next 10 years you're making $100,000, or no, that would be a month. So no, I think I would take the $10,000 a month.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you had short timer's disease. So,
Maybe. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Very cool.
Because I think of everything I could do on $10,000 a month.
See, that's what I'm saying. And if you had the million, you might squander it quickly. But you're going to have to kind of pace yourself with the $10,000 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I wish I'd have had a lucky penny.
Yeah. I turned this penny into $10,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here's a clever man, a Chinese man, in fact, successfully evaded capture for over 2 decades after committing a murder by pretending to be deaf and mute while living as a scavenger in the mountains. The man resorted to his extreme measure in 2004 after a heated argument with a neighbor led to a fatal incident. Fearing the consequences of his actions, he fled his village, leaving behind his family. Despite his efforts to conceal his identity, authorities eventually caught up with the man. Recent altercation with locals led to his brief detention, during which his photos were entered into the national database, revealing his true identity. His unsuspecting neighbors expressed shock at the discovery as the man had successfully maintained the facade of being a silent scavenger for 2 decades. I'm just not going to talk to anyone.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Last story. Val, do the dating story.
All right. Anyone who's been on the merry-go-round of dating, Scott, knows how expensive taking multiple people you're interested in seeing for a night out can be. So it would be difficult to criticize someone who chooses to save a little money on a first date by using a coupon. But TikToker at Allison Blondie feels like this is an ick, sharing a story of how a first date asked if it would be okay if he goes back to his car to get a coupon. Commenters seem to have one of two responses to the clip. Some thought she meant her date went out to the car and ditched her, leaving her to foot the bill herself because he wasn't having a good time on their date. Several others mentioned that if he showed back up when that was a positive sign, and not just because he wasn't ditching her. One commenter said, "They're about to build you one crazy savings account. Keep her." Another said, "A coupon is a green flag. It's a fiscally responsible person right there."
Okay.
Said one other, "Why can't he use a coupon? At least he's paying." And finally, the last one said, "Propose to that man right away."
Huh. So my answer was wrong.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
I think I'd be too embarrassed to use the coupon.
I think I might be too. Now, if I had Red Robin's royalty rewards, maybe something like that. But again, if he's paying, why would, you wouldn't have a lot to say about that.
No.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Let's wrap this Tuesday morning up before everybody starts work.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
I was reading the first one before we started. It's your news attack. First sentence true, second sentence bad joke, and Val gets to kick it off.
All right, Target will be lowering prices on at least 5,000 frequently bought products ranging from milk to diapers. Because who doesn't love a deal on their dairy and derriere essentials?
Don't put those two together. Survey found that half of all Americans can't swim well enough to save their lives. And with global warming, you may soon have to swim just to get your mail from your mailbox. Big story out today about they found under, what do they call that, the Death Glacier? Because it's going to sink.
I've never heard of the Death Glacier.
That isn't quite the right name for it. Let's see, what do they call Doomsday Glacier, Death Glacier, okay. Same thing.
Same thing.
So ocean water is pushing miles beneath Antarctica's Doomsday Glacier, making it more vulnerable to melting than previously thought. In fact, they said the rate at which it's melting is vigorous. vigorous, and they're scared.
Ooh.
At least scientists, they get all alarmed about that stuff, rightfully so. So that's
And
where
why
that...
do they call it the doomsday one, though? It's like...
because it's going to flood the world. Well, at least all those coastal places. So just saying.
Well, I'm going to start building my ark right now.
Yeah, I'm just saying, move inland if you're on the coast. Move inland.
There you go.
You want to move inland quickly. Quickly, everyone.
Spokane could be the new coastal city.
That's right. Getting some oceanfront property right at the base of the Rocky Mountains. All right.
All right. Scientists located the brain areas that may determine how sociable a person is. In shy people, though, this part of the brain is sipping on a drink off in a corner.
I've always felt sorry for those people that go to a party and hide in the corner.
Yeah.
That is so not my sister. According to a German survey, Porsche drivers are more likely to cheat on their wives than guys who drive other car brands. The survey found that 59% of male Porsche drivers admitted to adultery. The other 51% have had no sex at all, which is why they bought a Porsche to compensate. Wow. Another car that's popular for cheaters is a Dodge. Any Dodge.
Is that because you drive one?
No, I just thought it'd be funny because the word Dodge. Thanks a lot, Val.
You're mocking me, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
I am mocking you.
You are.
New York City's Central Park will soon have recycling bins specifically designed to accept pizza boxes. The rats are not going to be happy.
New York, they come up with some interesting ideas. We need recycling bins that accept pizza boxes. Well, it's cardboard. Probably any bin will do. All right.
You would think, unless the grease interferes with stuff. I don't know.
Oh, this next one is worrying me. All right. It's really worrying me because I do a lot of this. Study found that hand gels alone won't curb infections. I rely on my hand sanitizer. All right. But maybe I also have to stop licking public banisters.
Might be a good place to start, Scott.
All right. I'll start there. Okay.
Well, what I wonder if that just means that some of them are airborne, so using a hand gel is not going to help you with that.
It could be.
I want more information.
Yeah, don't give a half a joke and make me scared.
That's right.
Wow.
Americans make up half of the world's richest 1%. And we make up 90% of the world's people wearing sweatpants.
It's true. Ew.
Ew.
They don't believe in sweatpants in most other parts of the world.
No.
Yeah. All right. Researchers found that milk milked from cows at night is better at helping you relax and go to sleep, especially if the cows have had a shot or two of brandy. I wonder if that's true. Milking cows at night and then drinking it make you a little sleepier.
I don't know.
Maybe
researchers say it must be true.
They must be getting some like melatonin through it or something, right? Because they're releasing it maybe at bedtime and then yeah. All right, I'm going to quit thinking about that.
But what if you drink that milk in the morning when you're trying to stay awake?
I'm just going to be safe and mix my melatonin and my milk together. Thank you.
Oh, there you go. Good play.
And then I'm going to give it to kids that are annoying me. All right, on to Wacky But True. We don't add anything to these but a television or movie soundtrack. They are totally self-contained, and they are Wacky But True. Here's Val.
All right. Well, scientists receive accolades for groundbreaking research. One man, known online as Greg, decided to experiment with the McDonald's ordering process. Greg's curiosity led him to order a triple cheeseburger with everything removed, including the bun, through DoorDash. Despite skepticism, McDonald's accepted the unusual order. The delivery driver, Dan, verified the order, which came to just over $19, including a DoorDash tip. Greg noted that instead of an empty burger, he received an empty McCrispy box.
They must add extra McCrispy boxes?
Maybe.
So I did. It says image, and I clicked on it, and it didn't work, but I'm guessing it was just a picture of an empty box. So
there you go.
That's an expensive experiment. $20 to find out if they would really deliver you a non-existent hamburger because you removed everything from it?
Yeah.
Huh. Way to go, Greg.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Yeah. All right, 12-foot alligator. Sounds fun. Made a surprise appearance in Florida's MacDill Air Force Base, sneaking into a restricted area not once, but twice. Initially,
Sneaky gator.
Sneaky gator. Initially spotted lounging by a plane's landing gear on the runway in April, the enormous reptile decided to pay another visit last week. After repeated intrusions, base officials decided it was time for the gator to be relocated permanently. 12-foot creature was safely transported to Gatorama, the Crocodile Adventures in Palmdale, Florida, where it will now call home. In a fitting tribute to its origin, the alligator was named Major MacDill in honor of the Air Force Base. And here's what one general had to say to the alligator.
Where is your honor, dirtbag? You are an absolute disgrace.
Oh, man.
I'm just relieved that they, put him somewhere else, because when they say I'd relocated permanently, wasn't...
Off to Guantanamo. When I saw Gatorama, at first I was like, did they send him to Guantanamo? No, it's Gatorama. Gatorama, he's safe.
Gatorama. A 23-year-old Nashville man's night took an unexpected turn when he was taken into custody for public intoxication. Jaden Campbell was observed stumbling and leaning against walls, and then found himself without shoes and under the influence. When questioned by officers, he confessed to consuming 8 beers and gave conflicting answers about his age. Facing a choice between a hospital or a jail, Campbell expressed distrust in the hospital and chose the latter.
Obviously, his thinking skills were not working. Jail or hospital, and you're going to choose jail? Okay. Let's check it out.
Let him through! Where are they taking me? Passavant Hospital, just 5 minutes from here. No.
If he had any brains, he'd go to the hospital.
Unclaimed bodies are sometimes turned over to medical schools or hospitals, but generally speaking, most of them are claimed by relatives or friends for burial.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to live forever, unless I go to some damn hospital where they take your shoes off and make you shut your eyes and bang you dead.
Now tell me the truth. You're just out of a hospital or a jail. Which is it?
Better than the hospital, ain't it? And cheaper, too.
Fewer questions.
A hospital? What is it?
It's a big building with patients, but that's not important right now.
All right. South African man fined for being drunk while driving a donkey cart. Can't get away with nothing anymore. People are way too uptight. Man and his donkey were stopped by police when they noticed the cart swerving. Really? When appearing in court, the man said he did not stop because the animal knew his way home.
Oh, yeah.
And now a word from Donkey.
Wow. Let's do that again.
See how it works?
All right. A Naples, Florida resident experienced an unexpected invasion of privacy when Natalie Slavik, a local social media influencer, unlawfully entered her home. The 79-year-old homeowner found herself on the receiving end of an unwanted hug before Slavik decided to lounge around the house and take a dip in the swimming pool. It seems that Slavik's social media expertise did not grant her permission to invade the privacy of others, as she now faces charges of trespassing in an occupied structure.
Wow. Like a home invasion just for a hug. Doesn't seem like you should get arrested for that, does it?
It's taking a dip in the swimming pool. It's
It
fine.
shouldn't be a big deal. She hugged her first. Yeah, let's learn about hugs.
Oh, I just assumed you were buddies, when I saw you out there in the snow hugging and all that. Look at that.
Oh, we're going to be a family. Oh, come hug me, Daddy, please.
So tell me you love me. Please, 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 please. Tell me. Oh, tell me.
As a single guy, I don't think this is a bad thing.
You wouldn't have complained if she showed up in your house.
No. I love hugs from strangers. All right. One woman in New Zealand called the police after her cat left a bag of drugs on her doorstep. What? Police then had to figure out where the cat found the drugs. Huh. Wow. Has your cat ever brought anything home, Val?
Other than dead mice and birds, no.
No, man. You need a new cat.
Evidently.
Yeah.
Who told you that? Hey, I'm no fraidy cat. I'll show you. I'll show them. I'm no fraidy cat.
I'm weak. I'm weak.
But I don't care. I can't help it. After all, I am a pussycat.
I got it beat. My willpower is indomitable.
By milking this smooth little cat body, you receive your antidote.
Oh.
It must be done each day.
Oh. Each cat will live about 12 years. I can't wait. And each cat has 9 lives. That's 4 times 12 and multiplied by 9 times.
Come over me. I am hugging a cat.
Tune in tomorrow. Same cat time, same cat channel.
So when I picked up on those sound effects, is the cat had a drug problem?
That's what I was wondering. It's like, was it catnip?
He thought it was catnip, but it turned out to be something else.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, that is our show for today. Big round of applause for my sister for showing up at Deer Park and taking the abuse.
I live for this.
You live for it. Don't forget, we had some stuff coming up this weekend. You can get out and support the Arts Guild. They're having their annual quilt show Saturday and Sunday. And don't forget our farmers market back up and running on Fridays as well. Other than that, we want you to stay tuned right here. It's Northern Lights Public Radio, KCHW 102.7. Say goodbye, Val.
Goodbye, Val.
All right. Have a great day. It's KCHW 102.7. I know I already said that, but something's not working, and I needed a little extra time. Thank you. You didn't pay for this. This is public radio. It's free.
Oh, I hate that guy.
The flies!
Have a cocktail.
No, I don't care for any.
I said have a cocktail.
I guess he wants us to have a cocktail.
Yeah.
It's 9:03.
Your KCHW morning show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuahua.